Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers eliminated the Arizona Cardinals from the playoffs on Sunday after a 36-30 overtime win. And yes, the Carolina Panthers are not playing for anything right now. They're playing for pride. They're playing for next season, playing for each other, whatever the cliche is, and maybe you want to be a little bit corny with it. That's who they're playing for. And to see this team this past week battle the way that they did, it makes you feel good. If you're a Carolina Panthers fan, at least I hope it does. Please don't be one of these folks that is getting down on the fact that we are winning football games. I said this when I put together the live stream. I know some folks are worried about where we're going to land in the draft, our positioning, who are we going to be able to pick. Winning another game or 2 or 3 as we get down in the final stretch of the season, at most, is going to put the Panthers at like a top 10 pick. There's still a lot of bad football teams in the NFL. And I understand, yeah, you may get a game-changing type player if you get number 3, number 4, number 5 pick. But you can still find really good players as long as you know how to draft and draft well. And the thing that I like about winning games down the stretch has nothing to do with the draft. It has everything to do with building culture. We now look at the Carolina Panthers. They doubled their win total from last year. So you go from 2 to 4, which is not a big leap. But you think about Dan Campbell's first season in Detroit. They won 3 games. So you got 4 games. You have to feel like you're heading in the right direction. You want to see them continue to double that down the stretch. And eventually you're going to run out of games if you keep winning 4 to 8 to whatever. But there's still a chance for them to win another game or 2. And the reason that I'm all for them winning games is because you look at the state of the NFL and you have to think about it. If you are a free agent or someone that could become available in the next year or 2, are you going to want to go to an organization that is a dumpster fire? Are you going to want to walk into the New York Jets right now with everything they have going on from the top down, not knowing who their quarterback is? You could even go right across the room and look at the New York Football Giants. Think about the state of those franchises. The biggest thing that we've seen is that David Tepper has removed himself from being involved with this organization. And I had been very critical of him, but as we look at this and we have seen him removed, and I could kind of tell from the start, and people still wanted to question it with some of the decisions that Dave Canales made with the benching of Bryce Young. Now that we see Dave Canales at the wheel and we see Dane Morgan and Brant Tillis and everyone around them really figuring this thing out, you have to feel good about the future. I don't know, as I've said, if there's truly momentum that goes into the offseason, but you do have to feel like if you start to win some football games down the stretch and win competitive games, it's not perfect, but it does make you feel better going into next season to know how to get it done. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be pretty. You're going to have pressure on you. You're going to have to put together game-winning drives. And those are all the things that Bryce Young has been able to do. He goes out, plays one of his best games in the NFL. And how many times have we said that now, like over the last 5 weeks? But one of his best games after playing one of his worst games with 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. This was the performance that fans wanted to see. Last game at home, you eliminate the Cardinals from the playoffs, and you continue to stack up those daily wins, showing us that there's an opportunity for you as the franchise quarterback moving forward. And now the Carolina Panthers do not have to panic and find a quarterback, which is the best case scenario. They can go out and focus on the defense. So anyways, folks, that is going to do it for today. This is Carolina Dad. Y'all have a good one.